Greetings, Otaku Faithful. Thank you for joining me again this week. Once again, it's Larry Williams, OAW Commander-in-Chief, and I'm here to bring you yet again another Game of Thrones episode review right here on Otaku Assemble. Weekly, as always, I'm here to bring you the latest in this week's Game of Thrones episode review. But before I jump into my thoughts, opinions, and predictions about this week's episode, I want to go ahead and address something. I want to take a couple of minutes and address something for a bit. For any of you all who follow my Facebook page, you know that I promised to do a Sansa Rant at the beginning of this week's episode review. The reason for this being is because in the past recent weeks, I've been getting hate from people who don't like the fact that I don't like the character of Sansa. First and foremost, I find it largely, hugely ridiculous that people get all up in arms over me not liking a fictional character. I'm just saying, and don't call me a hypocrite, like, oh Larry, you do that too, because no, not to that extent. If somebody doesn't like a character I don't like, yeah, sure, we talk about it, but I don't get all up in arms, start sending people hate mail because they don't like a character I don't like. We are talking about a fictional character, right? Not someone, who's flesh and blood and right in front of us. Fictional character that you didn't even create. I'm just saying. Tad bit ridiculous. Hell, somebody went as far as called me a sexist. So apparently I've been getting a lot of hate because I don't like the character of Sansa, which I think, once again, is ridiculous. Because if nothing else, God forbid I dislike a character that you like. Oh, Larry, you can't do that now. You can't dislike a character that everybody else likes. You got to follow the flock. You got to be part of the flock, man. You got to be one of the sheep. You got to follow the flock, man. No, you can't be opinionated. Individualism, that's bad. That's the dirty witchcraft. Can't do it. Yeah, God forbid we do that, right? God forbid I do that. Oh, you can't be an individual, like, can't have your own opinions. Okay. But no, I'm actually going to sit here and I'm going to explain to you why I don't like the character of Sansa. And I promise I won't take up too much time on this, especially due to the fact that Sansa doesn't even appear in this episode. I understand, so you all bear with me. First and foremost, a lot of you all, and I appreciate this, a lot of you all have told me not to even worry about it. It's like, Larry, don't even waste your time on the issue. Why? Because most of the hate is coming from book readers who know something about the character that clearly I don't know. I want to go ahead and explain something to y'all. Now, you all know I only watch the series. My opinion of every character is based solely on the series up until this point. Season 2, episode 5. So, to all the book readers watching this video who sent me hate about me not liking Sansa, let me tell you something. If you know something about Sansa that I don't know because you read the books and that hasn't appeared in the series yet, shut the fuck up. Your argument means absolutely shit to me right now. Shut the fuck up. Because you are getting mad at me for disliking a character who up to this point has given me no reason to like her. And yet, because you know of some redeeming quality she may have in the books, you have the audacity to want to come to my fucking page and bitch at me? Shut the fuck up. Thank you. Now, why don't I like Sansa as a character? First and foremost, I don't like Sansa as a character because she does not have a likable personality. Sansa is a bitch. She is an asshole to anyone and everyone around her for no fucking reason. Sansa has that really bad habit of taking her frustrations that she has for some people out on other people who haven't done her shit. Take it from someone who used to do that as a teenager. The shit is fucking annoying. And I got my ass whooped multiple times, many a times for doing that shit. So no, I don't like that quality about Sansa, okay? She's not a likable character, number one. Number two, her loyalties in the first season were pretty damn skewed. I mean, she was, more so into Joffrey and the Queen than she was into her own family. And I don't give a damn how the hell what excuse you might use. The fact still remains. She sold out her sister. You're supposed to take care of the family. I don't give a damn who it is. You take care of the family. Alright? You take care of the fucking family. I don't give a shit. I don't give a damn if Jesus Christ was telling you, hey man, what happened with that whole direwolf thing? You fucking stick up for your family. Period. That's not even up for fucking discussion. You stick up for your family, especially your kid's sister. You stick up for her, okay? So those are the second 2 reasons. Third reason why I don't like Sansa as a character. I do not glorify a victim. I'm going to say that again because a lot of you people do that. I do not glorify a victim. I do not glorify someone who does nothing but endure or survive. I'm sorry. If you expect me to feel sorry for someone who all they have to do is endure and survive, you're hiking up the wrong fucking alley. Because it's not, I don't do it. I'm sorry. No. You're in a shitty situation, tough shit. There must be action. I don't give a damn what anybody says. There must be action. I am not going to glorify someone who just sits there and feels sorry for themselves. I don't fucking do it. I'm not cut from that cloth. I don't come from that shit. I don't fucking do it. I do not. And I think it is completely and just got me fucking stumbling over my words. It's fuck it. It's stupid. It's fucking stupid. There we go. I said it. I had a Porky Pig moment just now. It's fucking stupid. I don't understand the concept of, oh, we should make this person out to be such a big fucking deal because they're a symbol of enduring and surviving. But what the fuck did they do? You see what I mean? So what we have here is a character who, number one, doesn't do anything to get out of her situation, and yes, she fucking could. Because a lot of you people is like, well, what could she do without getting killed? Well, first and foremost, you dumb fucks, she could be a sacrificial lamb. Yeah, God forbid, she decides to kill Joffrey and get killed in the process. God forbid you sacrifice your own life to rid Westeros of the worst fucking thing it's seen since the Mad King, right? Because you can't do that, right? She wouldn't sacrifice herself to rid the world of Joffrey. Can't be a sacrificial lamb, right? So, number one, she doesn't do anything. Number two, she's an asshole. So why should I feel sympathy for her? No, you're not gonna fucking get it. You're not gonna fucking get it. Okay? For all you motherfuckers who want, oh, you should have sympathy for Sansa. Guess what? You want to know what my sympathy for Sansa is? Look in the dictionary between shit and syphilis. That's where you'll find my sympathy for Sansa. I'm done fucking talking. That's why I don't fucking like her. Shitty personality. She's a fucking victim. I don't glorify victims. I don't like people with shitty personalities. Period. I'm done fucking talking. So, on to the episode. And this is Season 2, Episode 5, entitled The Ghost of Harrenhal. And there's a couple of things I want to talk about in this week's episode. The first being the death of Renly, which I gotta say, I was a tad bit disappointed in. What I mean is this. First off, the shadow that Melisandre pretty much released on the Stormlands at the end of last week's episode, I expected more from that. It's like I said, I expected that to actually be some type of possible character, or maybe a plague in, humanoid form. Like maybe the shadow would sweep across the land and the crops would turn, to ash, and the animals will die, the land would deteriorate, hell, maybe make Renly's forces sick, decreasing his numbers, something like that. Instead, it was an assassin that snuck up into Renly's tent and killed him. And to add insult to injury, killed him right after he made the deal with Catelyn to join forces with Robb. Renly was actually going for it. He was actually going to join forces with Robb. And hey, it's just like I said earlier in my, it was either my episode 1 or episode 2 review, when I talked about, why could Robb not team up with one of the Baratheons and make the same deal that Ned and Robert had? That's what Renly wanted. Renly was like, hey, I'll team up with Robb, we'll take out the Lannisters, I'll take over King's Landing, I'll be the king, Robb can have the North, all he has to do is, pay fealty to me. That's it. That's the same. Hey, I don't know about you all, that sounded like a pretty good fucking deal to me. I was like, yes. And then Renly gets killed, and then see, and I gotta talk about this because I'm starting to notice the story does it more and more and more. The second when I get happy about something, it takes it away from me. It literally sweeps the rug up from under me. That happens a lot in this fucking series. But also, my biggest disappointment about the whole Renly death thing was the fact that Stannis went about killing Renly in that way, which I thought, I'm sorry, I thought that was bitch made. I thought Stannis was on some real bitch assness. I'm just saying, because Stannis is Renly's older brother. He's a proven military leader, and while he doesn't have the same amount of forces that Renly has, he has experience. Why wouldn't Stannis just kill Renly on the battlefield, man to man? We know Renly can't take Stannis in a fight, so why not just meet him on the battlefield and duke it out? No, instead he sends a shadow to kill his own brother, his little brother, in the middle of the night. I'm sorry, Stannis. No, that's bitch assness. And also, I'm not a fan of fratricide. I'm not. Fratricide is killing of a brother, for those of you who don't know. I'm not a fan of that. Like I said, I was hugely disappointed in Stannis. I thought I expected better from him. At least have the ball to meet Renly on the battlefield. You know, you talk a good game, you know, you talk the shit, but no. You don't do that. No. So I'm sorry, Stannis, but you can go fuck yourself. No. That don't fly. That does not fly. That doesn't fly. No. I did find it interesting though how Littlefinger is trying to align himself with the with Lawrence, however the fuck he says his name, and Marjorie. I was actually well, let me see. I guess I should have expected that from Littlefinger, but I'm more so just kind of interested in how it plays out, because I don't think that the Tyrells are that impressionable, especially Marjorie. I don't think she can be easily manipulated, and let's face it, that's all Littlefinger is a manipulator. I don't know what like I said, with Littlefinger, it's smart, and I should have expected it from him, but I don't think it's gonna work. Maybe with Loras, maybe, but not with Marjorie. I don't see that happening. Yeah, I'm interested in seeing what happens. I'm a tad bit surprised because I should have expected it, but I don't see it working out in Littlefinger's favor. So, don't know. Oh man. Brienne and Catelyn. First off, the thing with Brienne, fucked up. What can you do? In the wrong place at the wrong time, what can you do? I probably would have done the same thing. If I was Brienne and Catelyn, I would have ran, because surely, you know, people jump to conclusions. People don't use their fucking heads. How do you explain a shadow sneaking up in Renly's tent and killing him? You can't. So, you know, it's the sort of guilty until proven innocent type bit, in which case Brienne and Cat needed to get the fuck up out of there. But I absolutely loved the scene between Brienne and Cat when Brienne pledged her allegiance to Cat and Cat pledged her loyalty to Brienne. Fucking loved it. I loved it so fucking much. I'm at a loss for words, really. I mean, the best way I can describe it, and I know people are going to give me shit for it because it's a cliche saying, but I mean, this was probably the best example of girl power we've seen in the entire fucking show. And like I said, I know, oh, like, did you just say girl power? Oh, man, you this Danny, I can't believe you just said that. Hey. Oh, and for the record, whoever the fuck called me a sexist, go fuck yourself, okay? Because I do want to say this, okay? Because this is going to kind of tie back into my whole Sansa rant, okay? Another reason why I don't fucking like Sansa is because she's a poor fucking excuse of a female character. I am actually looking for good female characters in this fucking series, and I applaud the good female characters that I see, i.e. being Cersei, Arya, Dany, Cat, Marjorie, fucking Brienne, you know, good female fucking characters, okay? So, whoever the fuck called me a sexist, go fuck yourself. Seriously. Go fuck yourself with a flaming dildo, you piece of shit. How the hell you call me a... How the fuck am I a sexist, nigga? I grew up with 3 fucking sisters, no brothers. How the fuck am I a sexist? You dumb motherfucker. I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to just spaz over the review like that. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry about that, but motherfuckers get under my skin. They make my blood boil, and I don't like that shit. So anyway, Brienne and Cat, fucking love that scene. I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens between those characters, and I'm glad that Cat has Brienne at her side. I mean, yeah, it ain't safe in Westeros and hell. If I was Cat, that's who I'd want. So, you know, glad that that happened. Good to see. I already talked about Stannis. I'm done with Stannis. Let's talk about what happened in King's Landing, which pretty much for the most part was Tyrion's show this week. Okay. I'm having mixed feelings about Tyrion. And this is what I mean. Prior to, I think, Tyrion's last scene or so, I'm keep under this idea that, you know, okay, Tyrion is doing what's best for, you know, the kingdom, and, you know, Tyrion's trying to do his best to clean up Joffrey's mess and trying to keep, you know, everything in check and trying to keep some order in King's Landing. But the scene in which Tyrion told the alchemist that he would no longer be making wildfire for the queen, but for Tyrion, now I'm conflicted on this character, because what motives could he possibly have for having all that wildfire? What could possibly be his motives? And my thing was this: when Tyrion, being in King's Landing as the Hand of the King, I never thought for a second that Tyrion actually wanted the throne. I never thought that. I thought that Tyrion was using his position as the Hand to do his best to try and restore order, to try and, you know, put the scales back in balance. And I never thought that Tyrion had that ambition inside of him to seize the throne for himself. And I'm not saying that he does. What I'm saying is the idea that he wants to be in control of the only weapon that Joffrey has in defending King's Landing against Stannis' fleet makes me question his motives. Because now I don't know why would you want that? What are you going to do with that type of weaponry? For what and what purpose? What are you trying to do? My guess would be that I think Tyrion, of course, when the riots occur, because we all saw the preview, we know that the people of King's Landing are going to riot. My guess is that I think when the riots happen, and pretty much when the monarchy falls, I think Tyrion is going to step in and take over the reins. That's my guess. I don't think Tyrion is going to do anything himself to seize power. I think he's just going to let chaos ensue and then pick up the pieces afterwards. So that's what I think is going to happen. Okay, let me see. Who do I want to talk about now? Okay, I guess now is as good a time as any to talk about Arya, which I thought was a really cool scene too. First off, the scene with Tywin I thought was cool because I don't. Okay, first off, I like the fact that Tyrion isn't Tyrion. Get it, Tyrion. Anyway, I like the fact that Tywin isn't stupid enough to not recognize the severity of the situation he's in. Of course, you know, he's sitting there with his advisors, and you know, he's laying it all on the table. It's like, you know, I underestimated Robb Stark. You know, Robb has been doing this, that, and the other. He has this, and this. We need to find a way to turn the tide of this fight. And I like that Tywin recognizes that. You know, it shows that he's not stupid. It also shows the extent of his ego, because even he knows when it's like, okay, look, shit ain't working out. We need to make a change. I like that. What I really thought was interesting, though, was the banter in between Tywin and Arya, because it seems like there's somewhat of how to describe it, but it seems like Tywin finds Arya amusing because she's so clever, and there's somewhat of an admiration there that I'm starting to pick up on. You know, it's like whenever Tywin asks, like when he asked Arya where she was from, and he knew she was lying, and then she told him, and she was able to, you know, answer outright all the info that he needed. He kind of looked at her like, he's like, I like you. You know, it's kind of like, you a clever little motherfucker, but you alright, you know. So I like that. I'm not sure where that will lead. I can only imagine what would happen if Tywin found out who Arya really was. I can only imagine what his reaction would be. But I liked it. But no, what I also liked was Arya's exchange with a guy whose name I still can't fucking remember. I mean, they keep showing the same scene when he introduces himself, but dude talks so damn low, so goddamn fast, so damn monotone. I can't pick up what his name was. It sounded like Jogging or Jugon or some shit like that. Anywho, I like that scene. I thought it was really kick-ass. You know, the idea that he's repaying a debt that he owes to Arya, because Arya saved him and his friend's life from that when their cage caught fire. And so he's like, you saved 3 lives, so I owe you 3 deaths, because only death pays for life. And I thought that was cool, and I'm glad that Arya has that somewhat of an unlikely ally. My thing is this, though. Arya asked for the first person for him to take out was the Tickler. Why would you waste a good death like that? I think that Arya has more enemies, so why would you waste a death on the Tickler? Didn't think that was smart. Didn't think that was smart at all. I don't know what she's doing. We'll find out. Let's see. Not too much to say about Jon and the rest of the Night's Watch. They're still, you know, they're still, you know, making their way up north and whatnot. I do have somewhat of a small problem with the gentleman that they met up with. His plan to pretty much take a small group of people, and I don't know if they're going to directly engage Mance Rayder, or if they're trying to set up an ambush or recon or what, but I'm not too keen on the idea of them being so short-handed, you know? I mean, he only took like, I think 4 or 5 people with him, so I don't know what's going to happen with that. But I'll wrap up this review with talking about Dany, with her and her exchange with Doxus, and then her conversation with Jorah. I don't know if they're trying to set up like a love triangle, maybe, or I don't know if the character of Doxus can be trusted. Hell, I still don't think Jorah can be trusted for that matter. I'm not sure what to think about this whole situation. I really don't think there's enough information here. I got a feeling that Doxus and Jorah are going to try and... It's like they're on both sides of the fence, and Dany's trying to figure out what side she belongs on. I got a feeling they're going to keep playing, I guess, playing her against the other, or what. I'm not sure what to think about that. Don't know. And yeah, I don't know what to think about that situation yet. I think we just need to see more. Like, we need to see more of Doxus. Hope, you know, like some scenes with him by himself, or with other characters outside of, you know, Dany and Jorah and whatnot. And same thing with Jorah. We need to see some scenes with Jorah by himself, or with some other characters, to kind of fill in the gaps, you know. That, I'm not sure what to think of that right now. Is there anything else? That's my 25-minute marker, or actually it might be my 27-minute marker. But I'm trying to think if there anything else I want to talk about in this video. Nah, I don't think so. I think I pretty much summed everything up. So with that being said, I'm gonna wrap up this review. This has been Larry Williams, OAW Commander-in-Chief, concluding another Game of Thrones episode review. And until next week, I'll catch you all later. Peace.